Hi, my name's Aurora Adney. I have been asked by friends if I would make some YouTube videos about food storage. You may have heard some of the reports from the president and other news outlets that there are coming food shortages. My parents were raised in the middle of the Depression. I listened to my grandparents, my parents, and I learned a lot about food and food insecurity. I also lived a period of my life very young when I got on my own about food insecurity. It's not something I'm interested in going through again if I can help it. At the same time, I'm all for people having the opportunity to prepare themselves for any food shortages that may be coming. These are very informal. Um, I'm not a big YouTube star or anything like that, no interest in that, but I do want to be able to help friends and family and strangers in preparing themselves for food shortages that may or maybe not, but if they are, it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. So one of the first things I'm going to talk about is dry goods like rice, pasta, stuff like that. One cheap thing you can do, because we all know there are a lot of um, prepper food supplies available, but they're pretty expensive. Um, and not everybody can afford a big stash of those, and some of them are not terribly palatable. I'm sure some of them are better than others, but I kind of like natural stuff. I also have um, dietary food requirements, like I can't do dairy, I can't do wheat. Um, they just aren't they just aren't really good for me. So I have to do things that are functional for me. One of the things that I do that's a lot less expensive, I mean, it's obviously not cost free, you got to buy food, is I do storage. Let me get this in here. This is brown rice. For long-term storage, you probably want to use white rice because of the oils in the brown rice do not store as long or as stably as white rice. But for, if you're setting up for long-term storage, yeah, if you like to eat brown rice like I do some brown rice. Eat it first. And what I do, soda, this is this had seltzer water in it. Took the label off, washed it, dried it. You must dry these very, very well. I mean, completely and totally dry. Then desiccants. Still getting used to where my camera is. So this is a desiccant that I took out of a bottle of multivitamins. Drop that in the seltzer bottle. Then I use a funnel to fill the bottle. Once I get it as full as I think it can be, I start slapping the sides hard. I mean, like really slapping the sides to get the grain, whatever it is, to settle as much as possible. I just keep slapping and filling until it is filled. I mean, literally to the very top. Because the less air you have inside the bottle, the less oxidation you have, which means it will last longer. Oxidation is the breaking down process. And then once I have it completely full, I just seal it, mark it. I didn't date this one. I also recommend putting a date. What is it, and the date it was packaged, so that when you are rotating your stock, um, you know what the oldest is. So you, like with anything in your pantry or freezer or refrigerator, you want to rotate the oldest product out first so that you don't have something back there festering. Nobody wants festered food. Um, and that's my first big tip. And all I'll do in this segment, but I do have other segments that I am going to be making. So cheap is good, free is best, but you know, this is a way you can put away food that will last um, longer, safer, and stash it away someplace. And I hope you guys are liking this. I mean, like I said, they're very informal. Um, we'll see. Thank you.